Hey and welcome to another one of my videos, and in this video it's going to be about a repair of an Apple Watch. It's actually my mom's Apple Watch. It happened that the battery swelled up and caused the screen to literally fall off. It has actually fallen off, as you can see from, well, the screen having fallen off, of course. Unfortunately, although the screen is actually not in bad shape, as in it's not damaged physically, when the battery swelled up and pushed the screen out, the adhesive gave, and because the screen was hanging off, it literally ripped the ribbon. As a result, this screen is now, well, useless. And what I want to start to do is actually just to give it a quick clean while we've got it here, and, well, as fashion of every single Apple Watch, it's just a case of pushing these little buttons on the underside and removing the latches, well, the straps. Put these to the side, don't need them now. I will use a chemical that is not doesn't damage the aluminium, but as you can see from the actual casing, there is quite a bit of damage on it. Well, this is as a result of aluminium reacting with pretty much any chemical that is a bit harsh, and with water. As a prolonged period of time, it will actually cause the aluminium to pit, and, well, when it starts, the anodized metal will just give in, and, well, will just stop. But anyway, it's not in bad shape. Apart from the underside, the casing is not too bad from the rest of the watch. Do have another case, of course, another casing, but I'm not going to be replacing it because this is this sort of gold finish, which is it's quite nice, and obviously Mom kind of likes this one. And the next thing we want to do is remove the battery. Now, for this, obviously, we'll need some tools. Obviously, we'll get some tweezers. We'll get a spludger, or whatever you want to call it, a plastic one anyway. Metal spludger. Pick. Plastic pick. Some other tweezers. And then we'll need our screwdrivers. Of course, not all of them, but just some of them. To begin, obviously, there is, in this case, because we're not removing the screen and the screen's already removed, we don't really need to take care in removing the screen. Otherwise, we would only have this much of a gap otherwise. But as the screen is already damaged, so it doesn't really matter. The casing is actually of removing this little latch over here, which should just come off by, there you go. So that literally comes off. You just pull it from this side and that does come off, and it's not too difficult to remove, and it just removes like that. Well, while we've got the tweezers at it, we can just remove the rest of it, which is the clear little ribbons. So they literally clip off, and there you go. So we should be able to remove this now. There you go, and that's that. In the style of jelly rig, just like little Legos, but I'm not going to be using that. The next thing we want to do, which was something that I should have removed earlier, was the battery. Obviously I removed them because they was in the way. The battery is screwed down with double-sided tape, and we need to just pry it out. Unfortunately, there is no magic pull tabs or anything like that, so I tend to use a metal spludger and give a bit of a leverage on the side, and you can actually hear the tape just giving, and that comes off. It comes off really easy, and then that's literally a case of it being clipped in by this little clip on the side, which you just have to pry apart. I'll use this one. Of course, when you want things to go well, they don't. There you go, that's done. it is, like I said, it's this connection there. Now this battery, you can actually see that it's swelled up, it's swollen, and it's quite puffy. We have got a new one, so we'll put a new one into this watch. The ribbon is there, it's not damaged, which is okay, it's good. One thing that we will need to be replacing, however, is going to be the force touch gasket, as the glue is all over this force touch gasket. And although we don't know, or I don't know, whether it is going to be working and whether just simple adhesive will fix the issue, since I've got it, I might as well replace it. I'm saying this even because in the 42mm version that I have of this, I didn't replace it, and I ended up having to open it all over again to replace the force touch gasket, which it's quite can be quite annoying. So to do that, it is a simple tri-wing screw, which is Apple's own tri-wing screw, and it's the screw on the side. We remove the screw which is there. There you go. And that gives us access to the force touch ribbon, which is there. It literally just clips into this connection over there. And this is the old one, so it doesn't really matter if we damage it. However, the idea is that we've got to remove it properly, and it literally just pops off like so. It's quite impressive that the entire watch is held by just this, but that's how it is. It's just glued on. Obviously, no repair kit is full without a tough brush, and this one is a vibrating one. How nice that is. And I'll just remove the excess dirt that may be in there, and again go over it with my cloth just to clean the inside. Yeah, in fact, the dirt that has accumulated over the years is literally caked inside, which is not the nicest. And unfortunately, as much as you want to try and keep these watches clean, wherever there's gaps, there will always be dirt, and this is no difference. So as I go forward from here, the idea is to clean the edge to the point that the adhesive will stick to it without having been compromised by the dirt. It's pointless to stick it onto dirt. It needs to be stuck onto the actual watch, or rather the casing. And that looks pretty clean to me, so that should be okay. Just making sure, go over again with this, but that's nice and clean now. So we grab our force touch gasket, which was sent to me in this nice little case. I also have the new battery, so the old gasket goes there, and we have the new gasket here. Just checking that it is the same one. It does look like it is, which is, well, we know it is. I ordered it for this model. It is, however, a bit fiddly to fit. Well, not too fiddly, but enough to make me try to remove this tape. Can be quite annoying. As you can see, that is the problem. I've tried to put some background music onto this video directly from YouTube's own library. Don't know if what it will be like, but obviously once the video is finished, I will try to just upload it without doing too much editing. In fact, I tend to not to do any editing at the moment. I will do it in future videos, but this is one of those spare at the moment videos, just because I wanted to fix this watch. So I'm not going to be doing any editing onto this. It was literally just a recording quick video. So as you can see, the gasket is in place. We just go over with the tool just to try and make sure that it's glued down. It does appear that this has stuck down quite well. It's just the yellow tape that is now wanting to come free, but we won't let that happen yet. So once that's done, we just have to fold this inwards and then push it against and click it in. So this force touch gasket is now in place. We grab our tri-wing screw, and it's always nice to have magnetic screwdrivers because when you have them, everything is much easier. And obviously I get a bit of an issue there. Get the screw in, there you go. And that's in. Just making sure that is fitted correctly. And now the next fiddly part comes in. So yeah, the battery needs to go in. So again, even this battery has some double-sided tape at the back. So remove that. We get the battery and we push it in. I tend to do this method because it seems to be slightly easier for me. However, I've seen people managing to fit the battery by gluing it first. I'm not sure how. I don't tend to be as lucky. So there it is, battery's in. What's next? Well, the screen, of course. Now for the screen, I didn't get a new screen. I did actually have an old Apple Watch which had a fault where the logic board had died, and I used to get like a red apple on the screen. I did try to fix it, but thinking that it was the battery, but it ended up not being the battery. So I kept the screen. The screen is not too bad. It has got some very small marks, but it's pretty good, I suppose. Now what I tend to do in these cases is to remove the tape first, because when you try to put it on after, it becomes much more harder. Now I apologize if you can't really see my method, but the idea is that we need to try and push these in without damaging the ribbon. And I am going to say that even if I can't manage and I fail, even if that happens, I will still upload this video, because in that case I will show that I can't do it. Although I should be able to do it. So the first one seems to have gone in. We need to try and put the second one in now. That seems to have gone in as well. That is in. That's good. And now is the time for this gasket. I have to be honest with you. In my 42mm watch, which was much bigger, I forgot to put it in. I have a spare one now. Spare one. I didn't put it in. And the idea is that this goes in on this edge, and that is always difficult because it only goes in one way. There's a tiny notch on one side and a bevel on the other, so that did seem to have gone in. So I don't know if you can see that, and that seems to have clipped in. No, it doesn't. I lied. We need to get it clipped in. Okay, that is in. I heard it. Yep, that is in. In old-fashioned way should be to try it. Let's see if it powers on. The battery is going to be dead, isn't it? I thought so. Well, I have this portable charger. This is a fantastic power bank. It doesn't really have a brand. It's probably one of those Chinese things, but it has a very good charging capability. It's got a wireless charger for your iPhone. It has an Apple Watch charger there, so you can charge both your phone and your Apple Watch at the same time. And it also has your outputs on the side, which is really good. So we power it on and just place the watch on the top and see what happens. Oh, I saw something. Well, it does appear that it's charging. I will call that a success. The battery is probably completely dead, so it's going to do that sort of boot loop. But let's see what happens. Leave that for a few minutes to charge. But I do call that a success, so I will now just seal the screen and leave this on charge. The screen does literally just push on. It is ideal now that for the next sort of 10 to 12 hours, just to leave something on the top, just to let it cure, and that should sort of fix it. But I will say that for now, this is it, and I will leave the watch on charge. The first charge will probably take a bit longer, but leave that as that, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.